Hello, thank you all for joining me for another of our beautiful live on location Switzerland videos. And look where we are today. We've got the most stunning view there of the amazing Matterhorn. And my guest today, Claudia, is going to take us on a little tour to a beautiful lake. So I'll hand it over to Claudia to tell us more.
Hi, Caroline. Thank you very much for the introduction. So I'm here in Zermatt, actually on Blauherd at the heart, the wooden heart, which is a photo point that we have, and you can see in the background the Matterhorn. This is actually just above the station. You can see it down there, so it's like a 2-minute walk from the station, and this is actually the starting point of the Five Lakes hike. Up here we are on 2,600 meters above sea level, which would be about 8,500 feet. So yeah, I'll take you along on the hike, the first step of the Five Lakes hike, which goes to the Stellisee. And with me, I do have actually my dog, Lily, and she's going to join as well.
Oh, welcome, Lily.
Okay.
So can we see Zermatt from where you are there?
So Zermatt, you can't see it. However, it would be down there. Down there. You can't see it from here. It takes about, let's say, half an hour to get up here. With you take a funicular first, and then you take a gondola. So it's very easy to get up here. The first lift runs at 8:30, and then just make sure that you don't miss the last lift, which goes depending on the season, but now during our summer high season, around 6 o'clock.
Okay. Perfect. And we just saw that a magnificent view of the Matterhorn. I guess we're going to see a lot more of it today. What height is the Matterhorn?
The Matterhorn would be 4,478 meters, which would be about 14,800 feet above sea level. So it's one of the 38 4,000-meter peaks that we do have here around Zermatt.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. So are you on a paved path there, or is it a gravel path?
You can see here the path. So you can see it's a well-marked path. It's not too difficult. Occasionally you have these stones that are for the irrigation system. So I mean, it's I would say easy hike, the Five Lakes hike. For sure. I mean, you have to be used to walking on uneven grounds a bit. I mean, I recommend wearing some shoes with good grip. But I mean, I think, yeah, if you're used to walking a little bit, it's a rather easy hike. It takes about 2.5 hours to do the whole loop.
Okay, great. And we're just going to one of the Five Lakes today, correct?
Yes, so we're going to the first stop, which is the Stellisee. And then from there, you could continue over to the Grindisee, and then the Grünsee, which you can see over there. That's a really pretty hike, lake. And the Grünsee, you can swim in the Grünsee. And then you continue to the Moorsee. So it's Stellisee, Moorsee, Grindisee, and the last one is the Leisee. And the Grünsee and the Leisee, the last ones, those are two that you could even swim in if you wished.
Okay. Excellent. So you mentioned there obviously having good sturdy shoes. Is there any other equipment that people should bring, or should they carry any supplies with them when they're doing the Five Lakes hike?
So for sure, these shoes, I can just show you what I'm wearing, just normal kind of like sneakers, running shoes. Look, I'll show you my backpack. It's actually quite small. And I do always recommend people not to bring too much stuff. This is my little backpack. This is all I have with me. Don't bring too much because you have to carry your bag all by yourself. And we see a lot of people, often they have big bags, and yeah, it just weighs them down. But there are some essentials. For sure, bring a rain jacket. That's a rule that we have in the mountains. If you're moving around the mountains, you always bring a rain jacket. This can be just a light, windproof, rainproof jacket, because sometimes the weather can switch or turn around and it can rain a bit. And then a little bottle of water and some sun cream. Although, like this morning, it does feel a bit chilly, but the sun is really strong up here in the mountains because of the altitude as well. And if there's a little wind going on, you just don't feel how strong the sun is. So yeah, definitely sun protection. Yeah, I think that's about it.
So, as well, or aside from looking at the beautiful lake that we're going to see soon, what other reasons bring people to Stellisee?
So Stellisee, first of all, 55 Lakes hike. Then we do have this special offer going from July to September. Every Saturday, we offer the sunrise rides. So you can catch the lifts up to the Stellisee really early in the morning. And you can watch the sunrise and then go to the Floor restaurant, which is about another 20-minute hike, and then have breakfast there. So we offer this every Saturday during the summertime. And you can see here on my right, there's some sheep.
Yeah, I could hear them there. I was wondering where
There's
they
one
were.
here. Lost. Not
Okay.
flock. The flock is over there.
So they're the black-nosed sheep that are
Exactly.
only found around Zermatt and the Valais region.
Yeah, they're from this region. And actually, the shepherd rounds them up and fences them in during the night, and then during the day, they go and graze along the mountains.
Fantastic. So, can people or visitors to Zermatt can they go and get up close to the sheep? I mean, obviously you've seen one there quite close to you. Are they normally happy to be close to people?
Yeah, I mean, usually they're quite friendly. However, I mean, they're still wild animals, and I think any animals you have to kind of treat with respect and just with careful. I mean, if you go up to them and they walk away, I think you have to respect that and just keep your distance to them. But usually they're quite friendly, and don't feed them. Um, they've got sensitive bellies and they have plenty to eat around here.
Okay. So, what about other hikes from
Look, you can see
Zermatt?
another one there.
Ah, yes.
So other hikes like Blauherd is actually a big starting point of a lot of hikes. We have other themed hikes like the Mama Trail or the Flower Trail that talks about the flowers, the wildflowers that we have around Zermatt. What there is as well, there's a nice hike that is just hiding behind the clouds over there. So you would take the gondola up to the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, and from there, I mean, you don't have to go up to the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, but you can go up to the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, and then on your way down, get out to Steg, and then you hike to Schwarzsee. So the hike from Steg to Schwarzsee is called the Matterhorn Glacier Trail, and it's quite special because there used to be a glacier there not that long ago, and so it's quite rocky, and you can see how the ice has shaped the rock. Also, it's quite nice because you're like literally like underneath the east wall of the Matterhorn.
Ah.
And then, as I mentioned before, from Blauherd, there are actually a lot of hiking trails. I mean, if you look around here, you see loads of. You might not see them, but there are plenty of trails. There's a Mama Trail, where you have like signs that talk about the marmots. They're like little animals that we have around here. Or the flower trail that does talk about the different flowers, the alpine flowers in Zermatt.
Mm, okay. So you're on the, I know you got off at the Blauherd stop, but you're on the Rothhorn. Is that right? Is that the name of the mountain?
So I got off at the Blauherd stop, and the Blauherd is a stop towards Rothorn. The Rothorn would be that gondola up there. So
Okay.
from Blauherd, you have to catch another cable car all the way to the peak.
Okay. And what are some of the activities that, so if people wanted to come and do the Five Lakes hike, but they wanted to spend the whole day, are there other activities they can do perhaps up at Rothhorn or at Blauherd?
Yeah, so I mean, Rothorn, we have a peak collection. So they've actually collected a rock from every mountain around Zermatt, or every 4,000-meter peak. And it talks about the mountains around us. Then on Blauherd, we offer mountain cards. So they're these kind of like mountain go-karts. Kids love them, but adults as well. You can rent them at the station on Blauherd. And then, yeah, ride them down to Sunega. And then from Sunega, we have another offer, especially for families, but I mean adults as well, kind of any age. They're called kickbikes, and they're these big scooters with big wheels, and you can ride them down the road from Sunega to Zermatt. Another fun thing is on Sunega, there's the Stellisee, which is one of the lakes on the Five Lakes hike, where there is actually a playground, a newly built playground. There's like a float on the lake, barbecue places. So this is, I mean, great for families with kids as well.
Okay. Okay, great. We've been lucky with the weather today. It's just
Yes.
amazing. What sort
Yeah.
of, and we should tell everyone watching that we're recording this in July.
Yeah.
So, what sort of temperatures? Obviously, I know that up on the mountain it's going to be cooler than it is in Zermatt, but what sort of temperatures can people expect in Zermatt during the summer months?
So during the summer months, it does get quite warm. I would say about 25 degrees Celsius is about maybe the average. So, I mean, when the weather is nice, you can walk around in shorts. However, always pack a little jumper with you. Especially at night, even if it's really warm during the day, at night it will cool down. So that's definitely something. And then, I mean, we are in the mountains, and wherever you are in the mountains, the weather can change a lot. It could be that today would be a rainy day, a cloudy, rainy day, and if it's cloudy and rainy, it does get actually quite cold. I just bring maybe like layers. That's a bit of the trick to kind of like have different options, different layers.
Yeah, good tip. So, what other mountain excursions can people enjoy when they're staying in Zermatt?
So the one is the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, and you can actually see it over there. It's like the pointy peak that just is kind of like pointing out of the clouds. That's the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, and that's the highest cable car station in Europe. There's the Rothorn, which I showed, which is up there. And then over there, you might see there's a train station that's the Gornergrad.
Okay, so they're the three main excursions that people can do.
Exactly. But then, I mean, there are different things to do as well for people, you know, let's say bikers. There's a lot of biking trails around here. Then we do actually have a lot of mountaineers that come to Zermatt to climb the peaks with mountain guides. But also just leisure guests that just want to take a lift up to the mountain.
Mm.
So, I mean, I think Zermatt is a fun place because it kind of caters to anyone, um, to the extreme mountaineers, but also just people that want to get a feel of what the mountains are, in a bit of a leisurely way.
Yeah. And of course, it's such a famous ski resort in the winter months as well.
Yes, it's a huge ski resort.
All those mountains that we just talked about, are they all accessible all year round?
Yes, they are all accessible year round. The Matterhorn Glacier Paradise and the Gornograd. Roton does close in the spring and the autumn time when we have to do some maintenance work on the cable cars. Ooh, see, there's one really close.
Mm.
And then during the winter time, they're all open as well because that's when our skiing operations start.
Okay.
Um, the Five Lakes hike is something that we only offer during the summer months, maybe from like June until about October. During the winter, there are plenty of options to go hiking. However, please don't do the Five Lakes hike. The lakes are frozen and covered with snow, so you can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
But it can, however, get a bit dangerous if you do try and walk over them.
Yeah. Okay. So find another trail if you want to do some winter hiking.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's also a pretty special cable car ride that you can do from Zermatt beyond the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, isn't it? You can actually go all the way to
So,
Italy. So can you tell
yes.
everyone watching a bit about that?
So we did launch the Matterhorn Alpine Crossing. And in the clouds, well, from the left ridge of the Matterhorn over there, that's where we have the border to Italy. It's actually quite a natural ridge, and that's the border. So 2 years ago, we did open this cable car connection where guests can take a cable car ride all the way down to Cervinia in Italy. So guests can do a day excursion to the other side, go over, have a pizza, and then tiramisu, and then come back. Or if you do have travelers, or let's say you're traveling around Europe and you want to travel around Switzerland and Italy and connect these countries, you could use this to connect the two countries.
Fantastic. So instead of taking a train all the way around, you can actually just come up over the mountain.
Exactly. I mean, the distance wise, it's a lot shorter if you go over the mountains because the drive around would take about between 4 and 5 hours. However, the cable car ride is like 1.5 to 2 hours.
Okay. And taking luggage on that cable car, is that's easy enough to do?
So at the moment, guests have to carry their own luggage. However, we are testing luggage transport. So we're doing the final test and we're just waiting for the approval from the Italian customs. And as soon as we have that, we will be offering luggage transport. So guests will be able to drop off their luggage and then pick it up on the other side.
Ah, okay. Oh, very, very handy.
And I'm going to show you, I've arrived at the lake here, the
Beautiful.
Stellisee, and we're just going to walk around it.
Look how clear that water is.
Yeah,
And we've got a bit of a reflection there as well.
you can see the yeah Adlerhorn reflecting in the lake a bit.
Mm,
Here, if you do get lucky, and that's why it is actually fun to book the sunrise tour, because early in the morning, the water is still very flat, and that's when if you do get lucky, you will see the reflection of the Matterhorn in it.
mm.
So I'm hoping we might see it here as well.
Okay. Well, maybe we can talk about tickets and discounts. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, anyone coming to Zermatt can just buy a ticket for one of those mountain excursions or for the cable car up to Blauherd to go and do the Five Lakes walk.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've got a travel pass, like the Swiss travel pass, are there any discounts available to people for the cable car rides?
Yes. So we do offer different tickets. If you do the Five Lakes hike, we actually offer a combi ticket. So, which includes the ride from Zermatt to Blauherd and then from Sonneggedein to Zermatt. And on all of our one-way and return tickets, holders of a Swiss travel pass, they receive a 50% discount.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another ticket as well. If guests are staying a bit longer and they want to do multiple excursions, they can get a peak pass, which gives them access to all three peaks, so Rothorn, Gornergrad, and Stellisee Paradise. And holders of a Swiss travel pass receive a 25% discount on that. Well, you can see, I don't know, I'm just going to show you. You can see the reflection of the mountain a little bit, just to point.
So, what would your top tips be for anyone who's interested in doing the Five Lakes hike?
So my tip is definitely start early in the morning when it doesn't get too warm yet. As I already mentioned, pack light, and then do stop at one of the restaurants. I'll show you up there. I don't know if you can see it. There's the Flualp restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned it before. Our sunrise after you have breakfast there. However, I mean, you could have lunch up there. And at the final stop, Stellisee, around there, it's really not a big detour to go to Findon. And Findon, we call it a bit of the gourmet corner of Zermatt. So you have brilliant restaurants around there. For example, Paradise, or there's restaurant Adler, the Schwindlerhof, and do stop for lunch there. They're really good, and you don't have to pack your own lunch.
Yeah, so it definitely makes your backpack a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So, what is it about Stellisee that you love most?
I love it because you can see the reflections occasionally. It's really easy to get to. I mean, I took you along the hike. I mean, I even could talk to you while hiking there. So it's very easy accessible. And my dog Lily, she just actually loved to swim in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's a special place.
Yeah.
I did actually bring extra luggage. I did even bring a stick because we do not have any trees up here. So I did bring her a stick so she can go and fetch it afterwards.
That's definitely planning ahead. Well done. Well done. Well, maybe you can just show us that view of the lake again. And the Matterhorn.
The Matterhorn is coming out. Unfortunately, it is a little bit windy, so yeah, it's breaking the surface of the lake. But you could see it here. Yeah, and I mean, you can see loads of people here, all ages, all nationalities. It's kind of like easy to get to. Anyone can come here.
Yeah, it looks like it's it's definitely suitable for everyone, all ages. So that's
Yeah,
a great excursion idea to have.
exactly. And also, I mean, you don't have to be worried about getting lost. I mean, it is very well signposted. When you buy your tickets, you can get a map. So yeah, there's plenty. I mean, and there are always people around. So just ask if you get lost, and yeah.
Great. Okay, so if anyone watching is interested in doing that Five Lakes hike or finding out anything more about Zermatt or any of those other mountain excursions, where can they get that information?
So you can get more information on our website, which is matterhornparadise.ch, or on the website of the tourism board, which is zermatt.swiss.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. Well, do you have anything else that you want to share with us before we let you go and throw the stick to Lily?
Yeah, I think that's it from my side. I mean, thank you very much, Caroline, for doing this podcast, and I hope I got to show you guys how pretty Zermatt is, and a bit of the variety that we have around here.
Yeah, absolutely. You certainly have. So thank you again, Claudia, for the tour. And for everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe to the Holidays to Switzerland YouTube channel. We've got lots more of these live on location videos, so go back and take a look at the ones that you might have missed, and stay tuned for some more coming up. So until then, I look forward to seeing you next time, and take care. Thanks, Claudia.
Thank you. Bye.